Sure. Alright, let me start again. So the weekly news and then Corona update and then talk about the iOS app. Weekly news. So the weekly performance. So currently most of the stocks are very flat. I will talk about the reason later. So from here, the outstanding one is Tesla is minus 8.3%. By the way, this one is a weekly performance. So it's just 1 week. Then Tesla is going down a lot. And then also, so the most of the tech sector didn't go well. Then Disney is also minus 7.72% down. Okay, let's go to the next one. And then so here what we can see is the energy sector. They are still going up, and the financial sector. Actually, like these two, the financial and the energy sector, they are very steady last 1 to 2 months. But however, the many of the index, especially the QQQ, they are a bit struggling recently. And then the gold is recently the gold and then commodity, many of them are it's going up, it's coming back again. And then the news, so the recent news about around the investors, like the investors topic recently, we mostly focus on the inflation. The US inflation. Why? It's because the US government supply a lot of the money into the market. So so that's why currently the inflation rate is going up. From here, as you can see, like previously it was 2.6%. This was it's still high. Because like the target for the FRB for the inflation rate is 2%, but this one is still high. But however, last month, April, that is the 4.2%, which is way higher compared to the expectation. Expected one is 3.6, but actual one is 4.2, so it's very high. And then because of that is another reason why the dollar index is going down. Because like the currency, of course, like if the inflation is increasing, that means like it's devaluing the money, the cash. So currently the dollar index is also going down. 10 years yield is also going up. It's still stay high. Recently it's reaching to the 1.7 and coming back, and then now it's 1.6 again. So it's they are expected. So last to September till now, it's just one way. It's just the uptrend. So it's just keep increasing. That means like maybe next 6 months also, it's kinda most of the investor expect or predict this is going to be the uptrend. So so that is a concern for the stock market. And also the consumer confidence. The consumer confidence is basically like whether the user, like from the consumer's point of view, like if the price is going up or going down, that based on the inflation is also affecting it here. Recently the May, it was going down. If I say from here, the consumer sentiment for the US fell to the 82.8 in the May of the 2021 from the 88.3 in April. So this was a bit it was because like the consumer confidence was supposed to be going up because like the economy is recovering, but however it didn't go that way. Then the unemployment rate is still 6.1. So the compared to last month, slightly increase. Yeah, slightly increase. But again, it's kinda, we can say it's just flat. And then, yeah, so the FRB's target is also here. So that they want to reduce this employment rate to, it's the same as 2019. But the still like 6.1 is they consider as high because like they don't believe that this 6.1 is actual number. They are thinking the more than that. Okay, so then another one is which is interesting here is the gold and the Bitcoin. It's going to opposite way. While the gold is going up, means like this one is recovering. Previously, it's coming like the downtrend. Since I think last, so yeah, I forgot to put the month here, but I think the last summer or so, till since then till now, it's a downtrend, but it's against the gold is recovering now. Whereas the Bitcoin was uptrend before, but now it's coming down. So there's several reasons why this one is coming down. One of them is like Tesla. They probably like there's still rumor, but they sold all the Bitcoins, and also the actual one. The fact is, they say they announced that they probably no, this is a certain one. They don't accept the Bitcoin as like when the Tesla, if the customer purchases the Tesla's car, they used to be accept the Bitcoin, but now they don't. So that is another one. So Corona update. Corona variant from India could become dominant in the UK in the matter of the days, posing the unknown dangers. So the India variant is expanding. It's spreading out many places. And also the Asia too. Currently in Singapore, we are also kind of locked down. They don't say the lockdown, but kind of mild lockdown. Then so the many other countries also worry about this Indian variant. It's because like the spread speed is very fast. Singapore took the stocks slumps as the COVID restriction tightened. The travel bubble with Hong Kong likely delayed. This was already certain, so it was already delayed, right? They also so many countries, like not only the Singapore, Taiwan, Vietnam, Thailand, and Nepal, India, of course, many other countries, they also increasing. Like that, this new case of the COVID-19 is increasing. That is a concern, big concern. It's because like most of the country here, like Asian countries, they don't do roll out the COVID-19 vaccine yet, especially the Pfizer and the Moderna mRNA vaccine. That most of people is expecting to get if they want. But however, that rollout speed is still very low. If we see each country's increase decrease of the new case, this is a weekly report, and then the blue one is decreasing, the red one is increasing. So from here, what we can see is the Asian countries, they are all increasing, whereas Europe and also Africa and the US, Canada, Mexico, all of them are decreasing. So one of the it's probably especially for the Euro and also the US, their rollout for the vaccine it's very well going well, and then Asia is still behind of the COVID-19 vaccine the rollout. Then also same goes to this South America. So yeah, and also this is a new case, and this is new case for the United States. It's going down a lot. Now the new case is almost 30,000, whereas before it was 200,000. Now it's 20,000. So it's just it's 90% down. The vaccination is steadily going up. It's currently, it's 150 million people got the COVID-19 vaccine first dose. The daily new confirmed COVID-19 case per million people. So from here we can see the trend. The Canada, Germany, United States, United Kingdom, they are all going down. India used to be going up a lot, but recently coming down, but still a lot. Still, there are so many people. This is the vaccination. How many people got the vaccine? At least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Currently, the top one is Israel. And then also, I didn't bring the Israel data here, but Israel, the new case of the Israel it's very, very low now. Used to be like 10,000, but now I think 30, 40, something like that. It's very low. And then vaccination, so the United Kingdom, Mongolia, Bahrain, Hungary, Chile, the United States, and Canada, and Germany. Although they don't distinguish each the vaccine, for example, the Moderna, Pfizer, J&J, and then also the many other the vaccine. There's the company there, but they don't differentiate each of them, but they just say vaccine. But however, from here we can see that Chile is going up a lot, but however their new case is also increasing now because their main majority of this season didn't take the mRNA vaccine. So yeah, that is one of the reasons maybe. Then also, okay, so we're gonna talk about this how to create a financial iOS app, polish both of your trading and coding skill. So yeah, we talk about this iOS, especially recently created some the financial iOS app. I will talk about that one. And then let me. Okay. So let's go to the history. So this is the history of the iOS, and then since 2007, although sorry, so I didn't bring the 2019 and 2020, but anyway, so it's representing very well here. So so the 2007 they start first version of the iOS was there. And then version 2.0, 3.0, and eventually currently 14.5. And then the feature of this iOS 14 is, of course, like its compatibility with all devices able to run iOS 13. Home screen redesign with widget. So we can create the widget with the application. Previously, we couldn't create the widget like the Android, but now we have the widget, new app library, app clips, and the no full screen codes, and then privacy enhancement, translate app, cycling EV load. Then eventually, so recently they released the new version of the iOS, 14.5. The 14.5 is it's quite big change, especially for the advertisement developer. Advertiser, this one is significantly impacted. That is because they added this one. So we have to have this application privacy, app privacy. We have to describe that one. And then on top of that, we have to have like this allow tracking, ask app not to track. So this is what does this mean is basically we have to let user choose whether it's okay to track the user's action. Based on that, for example, if the user don't choose the allow tracking, that means like the advertiser, they have to show advertisement without knowing that person. Means like they don't know about who you are, so they don't know about your preference. They just pop up the advertisement. Most of the case, for example, the Facebook, Google, they just choose the target, and then based on that target, they choose a different the contents of the advertisement. But however, if the user choose don't allow tracking, then what happens to them is since they cannot track the user's data, the activity or behavior, so they don't know what the contents they should show. So that is a huge change. From the Apple's point of view, this is a privacy issue, so that's why they are forcing every developer to have these things. However, the advertiser's point of view, this is very bad because they cannot trace the user's data, user's things, the activity. So they have to anyway show the advertisement without knowing you. So because of that, many of the company, for example, Unity or Google, they announce their the guidance for the future will be low compared to because of this. Yeah. And then okay, so the how we can create the iOS app, we can choose like either one of them. One is like Objective-C, another one is the Swift. And then the Swift, right? Objective-C, right? Semicolon and then types must be the declared header files and the pointer KVO and the custom setters. Basically, Objective-C, if you don't know much about the Objective-C, Objective-C is like C++ or C. They have like a pointer, and then also you can have like a smart pointer, and then it's like C. You have to have the header and then M file. Still, some of the application is using. Many of the application is still using Objective-C, especially for the big one. Like for example, you may use like Chrome in the iOS. So the Chrome is also almost 90% of the source code is written in the Objective-C, and also C++. Because like acronym, right? So the acronym is written with that Objective-C and then C++ for iOS. Then whereas the Swift, right? So Swift is a type or inferred like the Python. Functions are first class object. Then collection are typed using generics. Similar string manipulation. Memory is managed automatically. So in case of Swift, like the Python, we don't have to care much about this memory because like, we don't have to allocate, deallocate, that kind of thing is not necessary here. So it's much easier to write. So that's why Swift is more popular now. And also the Apple is also recommending to use the Swift. Then another one, the Apple added the new, it's kind of advanced version of the Swift UI. So the Swift UI is, what is the Swift UI? Swift UI is quite different, basically, compared to the Swift. Although the name is the same, but the way they approach is quite different. You probably have to relearn about how to write in the Swift UI. One of them is run on the Apple. The feature here is run on the Apple's latest OS. So they don't support less than 12 and below. But however, they are supporting the latest version of the iOS. The no auto layout. Auto layout is mostly like if you have written any of the iOS source code before, you have the storyboard, right? So the storyboard, you can have the UI table view or UI view controller. That kind of things, you can have the auto layout. What auto layout does is, because the iOS, the iPhone has many different the devices now, and the dimension are different. Thanks to this auto layout, they will take care of this length and the width. But they don't have this auto layout, but instead they have the the layout construct, and that is the new one. And they also don't support the storyboard. That's what I mentioned here before. So they don't have the storyboard. Previously, we have to drag and then drop from the button to code, and then from the code we can just write the some function. Then that has to go to the button. Then that one we have to use the Xcode, and we have to connect each other. That is not necessary here. And in dark mode is the default, and then empowers the system to do its task. Cross-platform user interface. That means like it's not only iOS but also the Mac and also the Apple Watch. They can use like the same the source code. That's what they say. View composition. Okay, so this is a way, like it's totally different compared to the previous Swift. The way how we write. And then so this right side is Swift UI, and the left side is normal Swift. And another one, we can, if we want to create the iOS app, then we can utilize like not a native app. Like just now, what we talk is a native application, but we can also have like a hybrid application. Then what is a hybrid application? Hybrid application is you can target not only the iOS but also the Android, and from the one source code. Mainly, most of the people use either one of them. One is a React Native, and the another one is a Flutter. The React is slightly older compared to Flutter. Flutter is made by the Google, and React Native is supported by the Facebook, made by them. The React Native, mostly they brought the idea from React. So the tag, and then you can have like the button, that is a tag, and you can create the button. It's like same as React, but each component, the role of the component is different, of course, compared to the React. And the Flutter, right? Flutter is again another different one. People use like Dart. That is another language, and then you can write the native application. I mean, you can generate the native application from the Dart, and then both of them generate the native source code. And then currently the trend is, I think the Flutter is more popular compared to React Native. Not sure why, but I think one of the reasons is because Flutter is made by Google, right? So Google is supporting the Android. So Flutter is eventually many people consider maybe like the Flutter could be the next to the Android, the default language. I mean like because currently Google is currently still, this one is a little more level, but they are making the Focaccia OS, which is a replacement of the Android OS. And the Android OS is very Linux based OS. they made long time ago, like 2007, 2008, around that time, and then Google purchased that company, and eventually they have this Android OS. Now they are making their own, the different one, and then according to them, they are making this the Flutter technology. They are using the dots a lot, and then because of that, maybe in the future, Flutter could be the next default. Then the React Native is still the Facebook, right? So the Facebook is none of this, the iOS and the Android company. So they are just target generating the native source code. So that's why maybe that is one of the reasons. But another, they have many reasons behind here. But yeah. So this too is, so what I made the application is like this. So what I did is like I just brought the, by the way, although I introduced the way how to approach, how to make the application, I made the native application. I made the native application from a source Xcode, and I'm using the Swift. And then what I did is I brought the chart. So that this one is here is I'm using the Swift chart, and then also brought the data from from the Yahoo chart, and then this one is so this one is a Bitcoin. So like this is a Bitcoin simulator. Like I'm using the past data, historical data of the Bitcoin, and then based on by doing that, user can practice like in the past historical data, whether they can make a money or not, they can make a profit or not, they can practice from here. So this one is randomly giving the monthly data to user, and they can test whether they can make a money or not. So that's the main purpose of this application. And they are using this Swift chart, and how this we can use a Swift chart. I just brought some of the source code from my application. So this 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, that is the dates. This is the X, and then I just put the format as put the days here. So the concatenating both of them. Then eventually I can show that this 10 day, 5 day, 1 day. And also I brought the data about the historical data of the Bitcoin, and putting those data into this stock data here. Then I'm calling this update every 1 second or so. And then that's how I'm making the application. And also another important thing is about how to make application is we probably most likely we have to use a Cocoa Pot and then Cocoa Pot. And then this one is when we want to install like this kind of thing, like a third-party library, Swift chart, you have to use this Cocoa Pot, and the pot installed, and then Swift chart. Then we can install them. Then they generate the Xcode project, another Xcode project. By opening that, we can have Swift chart. Then this is kind of the common sense, or like now the de facto standard of how we are in, like same as a pip in the Python. When we want to have like third-party library, we just call like a pip install. Same goes here, Cocoa. And then how I can brought the data. So this is I brought the data for the Litecoin. By the way, the application you can choose like different coin. And here I just choose like a symbol, put the LTC and the USD. And then put the open, high, low, volume, and just tick. So then eventually all I want is close, so drop the rest of the stuff. Then save as a CSV file. and then put this CSV file into application. So I'm not using the network data. I'm just download the CSV file from here. Because like it's just monthly data. If I just download these things for let's say like 5-6 years, then I have like plenty of the data for monthly data. So I thought it's not necessary to connect to the network. User can just play without network. So that's how I did. So this is a SwingTradeSimulator. And then also I created another one, SwingTradeSimulator. That's how I did. And then also, yeah, I think that's it for today. Yeah. Maybe like you can try to download and see like how I like this is good practice for the trader. It's because you can just check about like you can just train from the past data and see like if you can make money or not. And then one thing that I realized after creating this one, and then I have like Apple data also in this SwingTradeSimulator. Then 1% for monthly 1% is not that easy. This application is giving you the target goal. Like this month you have to make 0.5%, 0.7%. But even just making 1% from the Apple is not that easy. So you probably like practice before going to the real trade. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming. I will share about this video in the YouTube here, so you can just take a look if you want to see again.